Hi guys, and welcome to another video from Stupid as the Norm, the channel where we demonstrate how to become a millionaire in 10 years whilst earning only minimum wage. And in this video I want to talk about how the country's changed and perhaps, just perhaps, how we can change it back. When I was a kid, women didn't work. Well, most women didn't work. The fella would go to work and make enough money to cover all the bills and anything else. Only the man needed to work. Typically worked 40 hours a week. Didn't have a car, got the bus to work. Work wasn't so far away from home, so a bus would do the job. They didn't go abroad on holidays. They went to Butlins or caravan parks. There was no computers, no internet, no mobile phones. Now, if all that sounds like a million years ago, may I just remind you that 25 years ago, we didn't have the internet. Just 25 years ago. This isn't the Stone Age, just 25 years ago. At Christmas, there were no things to worry about like Xboxes and, as we said, mobile phones and video games. They just weren't invented. The best present you could ever hope to get was a bike, and then it was probably a second-hand one. And then almost overnight, everything changed. It became necessary for the other partner in the relationship to go to work too. Both partners had to work. And because both partners had to work, there was nobody to look after the kids, so then nurseries sprang up. You need to pay for a nursery. Prior to that, the only people who went to nursery or had nannies were rich people, but now even working folk need to send their kids to nursery. The work, for some reason, became further away, so we needed a car to get there. And then we needed two cars. We needed a car each to get there. And then we expect to go on holidays at least once a year, abroad as well, not to Butlins or a caravan park. We expect to go abroad at least once, sometimes twice a year. We expect upgrades to our phones. The kids expect the most recent up-to-date games for Christmas. Everything just seemed to change. Once we had nothing, and then we started measuring our own success by what other people have. Life seemed to have got objectively better, but subjectively worse. You know, 100 years ago, nobody had a shower. Imagine that. Showers didn't exist 100 years ago. Well, I remember as a kid, I would go to people's houses and they still had no toilet. You had to go outside to use the toilet. You know, of the 100 billion people that's ever walked this earth, even if you're amongst the poorest today, you're in the top 1% of that 1 billion people. We've become to expect more, to desire more, to want more. In order to do so, we're not just working one job, we're working side hustles and all. It's what John Maynard Keynes described as the bridge. The extra work is the bridge between our seemingly unlimited desires and our limited means. You know, I'm a great proponent of working harder to generate more income in order to invest and make yourself wealthy, but I do wonder sometimes whether if we contented ourselves with what we had 25 years ago and didn't expect so much, then maybe it was possible or would be possible to become wealthier faster. I find myself wondering if we could reset the clock back 25 years to almost seemingly curb our unlimited desires. You know, do we need two cars in a family? Do we need one car? Would it be possible to get to work without a car? Is there public transport available? I don't know. Do you need that second holiday abroad? Do you need the first holiday abroad? Why can't we just holiday in this country? Do you need branded clothes? Do you need the phone upgrade? Do you need the new Xbox or the new game for that year? Maybe if we could do without these, then becoming wealthy would be easier. It'd be a way of cutting down drastically what we make. So maybe what we need in order to survive and thrive, if we just turn the clock back 25 years and made ourselves happy with what we had back then. So as a thought exercise, why not write down all the things you need, the costs you need to survive? That is gas, electricity, the cost of the home, the food, living with Primark instead of branded clothes, and write that number down, which is pretty much what we satisfied ourselves with 25 years ago. And if you did that, maybe you'd find you have a lot more spare money at the end of the month, which you could then use to invest. By turning the clock back, you might find you need less money than you actually need to retire. You needn't work as hard because you're not spending as much, and wouldn't that be good, to become wealthy without having to work as hard? Why don't you try it for yourself? Use your imagination. Don't be stupid, and don't be normal, guys.